Merry meet and welcome to the daily reading for all signs here at Ariel's Corner. This is February 1st already. Wow, February 1st, 2025. This is Ariel Gatoga, and today I'm reading with the Dark Wood Tarot by Sasha Graham. Let's purify with this Vervain by Fragonard. We've got 3 sprays here in this big room. That should do us. I love using these perfumes rather than burning sage in this place. Well, I can't burn. This is just not a place where I can have smoke. So I just use this, and it's great. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us today. Like I said, this is a daily reading for all signs. I got lots of shuffling to do. I'll be right with you with the reading, I promise. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. It really does help us out. By the way, you can find links to purchase this deck and also that perfume right in the video description of this video right here on YouTube. We are streaming live on YouTube. Moderating today for us are the lovely Dre and the lovely Honey Paw. Thank you so much, moderators. Thanks again to everybody for joining us today. If this reading doesn't seem like it applies to you, it may just not be meant for you. It does, go out to a lot of people. So if that happens, check out the zodiacal readings for your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. You can find the most recent of all those tarot readings right on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link right in that main menu. Get you right to it. We also have playlists for all of that too, right on YouTube, whatever's easiest for you. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. Right here on YouTube, you could also use a super sticker or super chat if you're live, right in the chat thread, or if you're on a restream, you could use a super thanks. We do appreciate your support, and we appreciate you being here. So let's get going with this, Ariel. Come. Here we go. Give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for everybody. All right, starting out with the 7 of Wands. I like a good 7 of Wands. 7 of Swords. Ooh, a Venus day. And the Wheel of Fortune. You're having a great day today. You are having a fabulous day today. These 7s are all about turnarounds and upgrades. Don't judge by appearances. Things are changing. Things are improving in your personal life, especially in regards to your work and in regards to any conflicts that you may have been dealing with. Conflicts with others or within yourself. Things are working themselves out. So you want to make sure that you are facilitating that working out by not judging by appearances. Because what happens is what we perceive is what we experience, and then if we double down on that perception and don't allow that perception to change, then we really delay the change that wants to happen. So whatever you think is happening today, especially in regards to stuff that wasn't quite working out or wasn't working out at all in regards to your work, career, creative work, or conflicts that you've been experiencing, recognize that on the invisible planes, those things are already resolved. And so your job now is just to allow that resolution energy to happen. It just needs to happen. And you do it by experiencing beauty, by looking for the beautiful in things. If something it still doesn't seem like it's transforming like you want it to, notice what's beautiful already in regards to that situation. What that's going to do is that's invoking the power of Venus into your experience, into your perception, so that the transformation and that upgrade that we're talking about will be revealed to you. Even if it's not yet in physical form, you'll get a vision of where it's going. So finding the beautiful today, finding the beautiful in the most unlikely of places, just recognizing that when you can find the beauty, then you've invited that sphere of Venus into your perception so that she can show you the new vision of what the upgrade will be, or what the upgrade actually is on the invisible plane, but isn't quite manifest yet. The more you can do that, the better today. Because as the day progresses, things really start to ramp up. And what you want to ramp up is this beauty. You want to ramp up the upgrades. You want to ramp up the turnarounds. Because the Wheel of Fortune, as it spins faster and faster, it starts expanding on your good. And so if you can perceive the vision of what's to come, of where you're going, rather than being stuck in what you have been experiencing with these things, you're going to be expanding into what you want rather than flailing about on this wheel. I love this Wheel of Fortune card. What happens is, this is not the most traditional version of this, but that's okay. I like it anyway. When the wheel is spinning, there's usually creatures on the outside of the wheel that are not having a good time. And that's because the outside of the wheel, as it spins faster and faster, is more volatile. You're really susceptible to the ups and downs. Whereas if you are more focused on the center, the hub, or here, this platform, in other words, being grounded, being centered, being focused, being relaxed, allowing for the changes to occur, where you're nonplussed by anything. You're imperturbable. And if you can find that imperturbability, that relaxation, where you're just not being affected by any of the volatility, you're going to understand that it's not volatility. It's a wheel that's going faster and faster, and it works like a gyro that starts to really expand on your good, really expand on all of these things. And that's why you don't want to judge by appearances, and you want to stay very centered today, because what looks like is actually fabulous. It's just you're not seeing it clearly yet. It's like when the lights go out in the theater before the movie starts or before the play starts. It seems like, oh no, everything's dark. We won't see anything in this play. So if you didn't know how movies went, you would think, oh no, I'm not going to be able to see the movie, because you wouldn't understand that it needs to be dark in order for the movie to be perceivable. Same thing is going on here. Don't judge by the fact that the movie theater is going dark. The movie's just about to start, and it's a really good movie for you. It's everything good for you that you've been working on, that you've been wanting. It's awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay, let's open this up and see what else is being described to us. 4 of Cups. I love that one. Page of Coins. Very nice. And then 8 of Swords. Meh. It's okay. The 8 of Swords is on top of this wheel card. So this is probably the challenge for you today, is to not be stuck in your own thought loops. It's to not be stuck in a prison, hiding in a room inside your mind, not being willing to see the big picture, not being willing to see the big picture. A lot of times people say, things are dark, things are not working out for them, but they don't realize that they are sitting there with their hands over their eyes, going, it's dark. And so it's important for us when we start feeling today like things aren't working out for us, or things are moving too slowly, or whatever it is, that we're stuck in an old way of looking at things. And so what we want to do is shut down our obsessive thinking, these thought loops. This 8 of Swords is usually when you can't stop thinking about something awful, or you can't stop worrying about something, or you can't shut it down. Intrusive thoughts and thoughts that go on and on and on. And what you want to do is shut those down and be as obsessive with the obsessive thinking, shutting the obsessive thinking down, as the obsessive thinking is trying to be with you. And there's all kinds of ways you can handle that, but the tool I use is called the off switch. And I've shared with you that tool on my YouTube channel. It's a super, super brief video. Very, very, very brief. I think you can watch it in like 3 or 4 minutes. I don't think it's very long at all. So go to YouTube and search Gotoga off switch. Learn that technique. You can learn it just by listening once to that video, and use it again and again and again. Because what you don't want is to miss out on this expansion. You don't want to miss out on these upgrades because you're sitting in the sunlight with your hands over your eyes saying it's dark. You don't want to do that today. You want to make sure that you're willing to move outside of what is being looped in your mind and see things for what they really, really are. That's why we don't judge by appearances, is because a lot of the appearances that we have are based on old ways of seeing things, old ways of perceiving things. And we don't believe in the power of our own perception. We really do believe that everything is outside of us, everything's happening to us, and that there's nothing we can do about it. And that is this in a nutshell. So you want to shut that stuff down and recognize that beyond this thought loop, there is everything that I want. And that's just the ego's game. And when we say the ego, it's really easy to think of the ego as like the new Satan or something like that. Like there's this like big force outside of us that is tempting us and all of that. It's not. It's just it's a habit patterns that we've fallen into. That's all the ego is. It's habit patterns that we've fallen into. It's not a thing. It doesn't exist as a thing. That's why there's nothing to fear with your ego. But you do need to take responsibility for the fact that when you just go along with it and you don't question it and you don't shut it down, and you have all the power to shut it down because it's your mind. It's your mind. And just like, when you have a bad habit, like maybe biting your nails or something like that, you're responsible for that. The only one that can change that habit is you. You have to do it. And if you really are serious about it, you'll find a way to change that. I remember quitting smoking was really, really hard for me back in the day. But I'm like, I've got to do this. There's other things that I want more than I want to smoke. And so I'm going to lay this habit down. It was hard, but I did it. And the same thing goes with this negative perception of the world. Everything good can be happening around you, but if you're stuck inside of your own mind and unwilling to look past your own thought loops, then you're not going to, it's as if it's not there. It is there, but it's as if it's not there because you can't access it because you're so beholden to and allegiant to those ideas in your mind that you won't let go of. And it's today a great day to say, no, I'm not doing that. Shutting that down. I'm going to shut down all of that negative thinking. Each and every time I notice it, I'm going to shut it down, so that I can, instead of that, get on the train here, get on the wagon of expansion and upgrade. Expansion and upgrade. And it's really a beautiful expansion and upgrade. And there's so many new ways of seeing things outside of this perception here. So yeah, those old habits do hang on tight. They don't want to die because they have their own bizarre little survival instinct, but that's not your problem. Your habits don't, they're like parasites and they have to go. And so this habit of seeing things negatively is something that you can and you will shut down, but you have to do it one thought at a time today and just be vigilant with it. Just turn it into a game. Turn it into a fun game. Don't make it so serious. Just like, turn it off. Use my off switch again and again and again and again every time that comes up, so that I can see instead the upgrades and the expansion of my good and all of this new, that's what this page of coins is, all of these new manifestations that are just waiting to show themselves to you. So no judging by appearances, turning off our negative and obsessive thinking, and allowing to emerge all that we've been wanting. Everything that you say you've been wanting, it's ready to emerge. Now it's up to you to allow it, to allow that screen of space to be something that is free to be filled up with these new experiences. And you do that by shutting down the old. You're going to do great. It's going to be a wonderful day. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Honeypaw and Dre. And we'll see everybody for another daily reading tomorrow. Until then, blessed be.